Today is just Tuesday night. I feel exhausted. I have a light headache, but I must finish this report or my boss is going to kill me. I'm not hungry. I just want to go to bed. Now, can you relate to these thoughts? Welcome back, my beloved life leaders. A few thoughts or symptoms like these that I just mentioned previously, can accumulate until your body becomes overloaded with negative energy and needs to be manifested some way, leading to severe consequences such as accumulating fluids, high blood pressure, and chronic disease. However, this video focuses on preventing these outcomes rather than discussing them. As leaders, we might find the fast paced lifestyle accelerate. Nonetheless, we must find ways to alleviate stress. And I suggest some simple mindfulness techniques that take no more than 5 minutes each. Remember that everything starts as a thought and can end the same. Negative thoughts equals undesirable outcomes. Positive thoughts will enhance your life and everyone in it. So today we will talk about three simple but effective ways to use mindfulness to release stress. Now, before we dive into them, some of them might sound rather weird, but they are effective and will be beneficial to our well-being and health in time. So let's go right into it. Number one, it's mindfulness breathing. To calm your mind, try to focus on your breathing. So first, find a peaceful place where you can sit or lay down comfortably. Then take a few breaths and feel the air coming in and going out your body. Next, concentrate on your breathing and observe it without any judgments. If your thoughts start wandering, they may, especially at the beginning, redirect your attention back to to your breathing instead of your thoughts. You can do this maybe at the very beginning. You can wake up 5 minutes or 10 minutes earlier and start doing this exercise. Or you can do it at the end of your day when everyone is already asleep. A friend of mine, which is a lot more creative, she didn't have a specific place at home, a place where she peace at home. So what she did was that she discovered a park on the way to work. And what she did was she have a sheet where she lay down. So she take that sheet with her, go to this park, have a specific time schedule to do these breathing exercises, this mindful breathing exercise, and then she go back home. When she reach home, she are completely in a different state of mind, ready to tackle what's at home. That's the way she put it. The second one is mindful walk. And you might ask, Jenny, what is the difference between a mindful walking and a normal walk? That's the key. A normal walking is where you go out, you start walking, and maybe your mind is not exactly there with you. Whereas if you are doing walking, you have to engage your five senses and your awareness. Okay? So let's dive right in for you to understand the difference between a normal walking and a mindful walk. A mindful walking is where you go for a refreshing walk. If you can do this in nature, it's incredible. And be mindful of your surroundings. So here is where your awareness comes in. Take in the beautiful views that you have in front of you. Listen to the sounds of nature. Some people, and there is a saying that says nature has a message for each and every one of us. It depends on how your mindset is set, by the way, for you to receive that message. Once you start listening to the sounds of nature, start feeling the sensations around you. I'm talking about if the sun is out, feel the sun on your skin. Hear the birds. You have to stay in the present and avoid getting caught into thoughts such as, okay, what happened to me in the past or what's going to happen tomorrow. No. Focus on the present, your surroundings. Now you might say, but wait a minute, I don't have nature. I'm living in a jungle of concrete. Okay, that's acceptable. Now, if you have a park near you, that's okay. It's acceptable to go to the park and get these sensations. But if you don't, it's okay. Take a walk in the jungle concrete. Some of the most simple things can give you the most pleasure. And it's interesting, but it's a fact. Take the walk and be aware of your surroundings. Some of these noises or some of the things that will be around you at the time, it give you some kind of a relaxing state of you don't know what you don't know if you don't try it, right? This mindful walk, it might take 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It all depends on the amount of time you want to dedicate to this. You can do this same thing early in the mornings, or you can do this after you knock off from your regular activities. It's okay. But try to incorporate this. If you can do this daily, it's even better, so that you don't have to accumulate this stress of every single day. This last one is going to sound even strange. And for this one, you have to take more time. So I would recommend not to do this on a normal day if you are in that fast-paced lifestyle. I would say take this maybe during the weekends that you have more time on your belt, or holidays where you can take more time. Because mindful eating involves being fully present and attentive to the entire eating experience, including the taste, the textures, the colors, and the feeling of fullness. To practice mindful eating, you have to take a moment to appreciate your food before you begin to eat it. Savor the tastings in small bites. Some people can't do this. Some people eat really fast. And some people don't take the time to appreciate that nourishment before engaging in it. Pay attention to how food makes you feel. For some people don't have a relationship with food in a good way. Avoid, again, distractions, such as smart TVs, computers, and all the smart devices that you have in front. And here is where the majority of people fall in. And for me, it has been a challenge because whenever I'm engaging in something to eat, I normally by default go and turn on the TV. Not to watch the news. I might watch a documentary or something more educational for me to engage and eat and watch it. For some people, it's to go and turn on the news to see what's happening during the day. Others, especially the younger generation nowadays, what they do is they have their phone next to them so you can see them eating and maybe texting, or at the same time they're taking photos of their food. Try not to do this, because believe it or not, unconsciously you're still accumulating stress, and you don't get much of that eating experience. For some cultures, the only fact of the eating experience is more like a ceremony that takes time. For many people, the experience of eating is a requirement, not an experience. So there are so many perspectives here that can be challenging when it comes to this mindful eating exercise. But if we start incorporating this one and avoid the distractions and eat in a more slowly and mindfully way, in time, it's going to help us, because eating slower or eating slowly, our digestive system is going to thank us for it in time. So there you have it. The 3 simple but effective ways to use mindfulness to reduce stress in your daily routine. Now, as I said, some of these you can use them every day. Some you might have to take some more time. And I'm going to do a recap quickly. I'm talking about mindful breathing, mindful eating, and mindful walking. You can do these. You don't have to do them in the same order, but try to take the time to do them. Start with one of them, and then, and so on. Because a habit, you need to do it consistently, 30, 60, 90 days, and then it's adapted as a habit. These ways will help you or help us relax and release stress. And some of the negative thoughts and worries that we drag into our daily routine from our responsibilities into our lifestyle, which will help us increase our well-being in time. I want to hear from. I really want to hear. Leave us a comment below on what other ways have you been using to release stress, or if there's any topic, a specific topic you would like us to discuss in further videos. I would be more than happy to read those comments and do the due diligence to get that video ready. As well, if you need more assistance, if you need help, you can put help in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to get back to you. Remember to hit the subscribe button, click the bell to notify you once we release a new video, which is every week. That is going to benefit. Click the like and share this with your friends. And if you know someone who is managing high levels of stress, I would recommend you to share this video with them. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, and afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for stopping by. This was